Hello, we are back. We are back and ready to take aim. That is to take an intentional moment on our journey to self-mastery so that we can manifest lives that we absolutely love. So on yesterday, we talked about principle number 1, tip number 1, start with you. On today, we're going to talk about principle number 2, tip number 2, thought management or managing self-talk. So self-talk is that dialogue, that inner dialogue that you're having. Sometimes we might say some things out loud, right? But generally speaking, it's that inner dialogue that we are having. It's what you say to yourself, about others, about situations, about the world in general. Now, sometimes our self-talk is rooted in unhelpful, unhealthy beliefs and patterns. And so if we do not learn how to effectively interrupt that process, then we are likely to continue behaving in ways that are going to get us results that we don't want, because our thoughts influence our feelings and our feelings influence our behaviors. Now, that's generally how that works, especially if we're living on autopilot, which is so easy to do. Now, we do have the ability to manage that at a greater level where that isn't the case all the time, but that's a conversation for another time. So generally speaking, our thoughts are going to influence our feelings and our feelings influence our behaviors. And so again, if we want to live out different results, then we have to be able to interrupt those patterns. And so what that looks like, you're in a situation, you're starting to feel that unpleasant emotion come up, you feel yourself getting ready to say or do something that you know is probably not really going to be helpful. And we know, we get that feeling, and we have to split second to decide what we're going to do, right? Pause. And what you do is you capture, what was I just thinking? Now, your self-talk, this automatic thought that's coming up might be a full sentence. It might just be a few words that have meaning for you. It might be an image that has meaning for you. But you capture, what was I just thinking? And then you make an inquiry. You line it up with your current vision, values, and goals. Does it line up with your current vision, values, and goals? If it doesn't, then we counter it. Okay, we counter it with a counter statement, a counter thought, or counter cognition. And so to recap, in order for us to live out the results that we so desire, we are going to need to be effective, consistent, and skillful at managing our self-talk. And the practical application of this tip, this principle, is to capture your self-talk, assess whether or not it lines up with your vision, values, and goals. And if it does not, be able to counter it with a counter thought or counter statement. So throughout the day, just pause, give yourself the permission to pause, take aim, be intentional, assess, is what I'm getting ready to say or do, does it line up with my vision, values, and goals? And if it does not, then choose to counter those thoughts and do a different behavior. Now, hopefully this information was helpful for you. What I'm really interested in is, how do you manage your self-talk? Share in the comments, how do you manage your self-talk? You can help me have greater insight. You might help someone else develop their skills on managing self-talk. Also, if you found the information helpful, love, share, save this post, come back to it. If you want to have greater conversations about these kinds of topics, meet me on Clubhouse today. Today, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be in Club Life on Demand. It's Club Life on Demand over on Clubhouse. There's a link in my bio that will take you over to the link for that club. And so I look forward to seeing you there, meeting you there, hearing you there, and having some in-depth conversation. So remember, on this journey to self-mastery, pause and take aim, an intentional moment, so that you can continue to ensure that you are operating in a way that will help you to continue manifesting a life that you absolutely love. Thank you, and look forward to talking with you over on Clubhouse. Have a wonderful day.